And we see the color guard from Grissom High School approaching the field at this time, and we'll be getting ready for the national anthem in just a moment, which will be played by the Grissom High School marching band. A lot of excitement and a lot of things going on here at Milton Frank Stadium tonight. And let's join the Grissom High School marching band for tonight's national anthem. And again, that's the national anthem from the Grissom High School Tiger Marching Band tonight. I'm Steve Payne, Hoss Johnson with me with the play-by-play and the color description of tonight's game between Grissom and Bob Jones. We'll be back with more information and the starting kickoff of tonight's game. In just a moment, you're listening to the high school football game of the week right here on Comcast Cable Channel 3. And no, friends, that is not the picture of Hoss Johnson on your screen.
The blimp. Nope, it's not.
That's a Ray and Pierman Lincoln Mercury blimp that is going to be with us for the next several games here at Milton Frank Stadium. And we thank the folks at Ray and Pierman Lincoln Mercury for being one of the fine sponsors of high school football on Comcast Cable Channel 3. And again, we welcome you to Milton Frank Stadium, a big night for the Grissom Tigers, as we've just had the coin toss at midfield. The Bob Jones Patriots will have won the toss, and they will defer to the second half. And, of course, that's the Grissom Tigers in their orange jerseys hitting the field. Bob Jones Patriots on the other side taking the field at this time. Grissom, as I said, with the orange jerseys, orange helmets, and white pants. And on the far side, it's just about all white for Bob Jones. The white helmets, white jerseys with the blue numerals, and the white pants. And it's going to be a great game tonight. And speaking of Bob Jones, Carl Jackson was one of the captains for the Patriots, and he's the Hoss for the Patriots tonight.
We were looking at the stats for the county, and he has rushed, averaging rushing 10 yards a carry, Steve, in 4 games, and that's hard to beat.
560 yards
in 4 games.
In 4 games.
He's headed for a 1,200 to 1,500 plus year. He's getting recruited by several schools. On the other hand, you've got Grissom we're looking at. Grissom has Dunlap has 76 carries for 368 yards, 3rd leading rusher in the city. And then, as you said, Macklin is 391 yards passing, and White, the receiver for Grissom, number 18, he has 18 receptions. He's averaging 13 a carry or a reception, and you've got it within the top 3 in those categories, but yet you got a 1-3 record. So there are some good things happening for the Tigers, but there's just some breakdowns that are occurring. One of it being the youth with the sophomores and juniors.
It's basically putting all the pieces together to 3 score. And, of course, if we get an update on that, we'll keep you updated on that here from Milton Frank Stadium. But right now, let's enjoy the halftime music from the Bob Jones High School Marching Band.
Have they got a microphone down there? Okay. we on?
Audio's not on.
Audio's not on. We're gonna have to be innovative this next half. I'm gonna pull out my stories. What trivia question you do? The one about Coach Robinson, who was first coach at Grissom, that was formerly at Butler, as an assistant. Rick knew that one right off the bat. We'll have a good time with that one. Come do that next week. Do about 4, and do it at the beginning of the quarter, and then do it and then get the.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Hello? Yes. Oh, no.
Let somebody know if they can announce there's a car with their lights on in the parking lot.
That's nice.
Where's the sign?
I do too. It's something. It's not mine.
And we're back here at halftime, and we're getting ready to begin the homecoming festivities for the Grissom High School Tigers. I'm Steve Payne, and we're getting ready for the Grissom Band and all the halftime activities to get underway. And we have one of the representatives from Grissom High School. And your name? We haven't had a chance to meet you yet.
I'm Tanya Wigley.
Tanya.
Nice to meet you.
Well, good to have you here tonight.
Yes, good to be here.
Big night for y'all with the homecoming coming up. So you're going to be introducing us to some of the things, festivities, and the homecoming. Is that what's going to occur?
Yes, I'm going to introduce the homecoming court.
Okay.
To you. Here on this card that just came in, we had the football sweetheart, Autumn Manley, and the freshman maid, Courtney Stroud. That's Autumn Manley and her father in front, and Courtney Stroud behind. These are our sophomore maids. That is Amy Llewellyn on the left and Beth Goins on the right. These are our sophomore maids. The homecoming maids were announced first last Friday, and then today we had them introduced at the pep rally along with the homecoming queens. Now we have our junior maids, Stephanie Davis on the left and Kristen Moore on the right. And now we begin our senior maids. On the left, we have Holly Puckett. And on the right, Emily Abercrombie. And all of these girls are being escorted by their fathers.
The driver of that car is my good friend, Detective Lewis.
Yes.
Yes.
His daughter plays volleyball for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm the volleyball coach.
Is that his car?
Yes, that is his car.
It is?
He has driven it to games before.
Well, that's nice.
Then we have two more of our senior homecoming maids. We have Christine Self on the left and Jennifer Backer on the right. And now you see the 1996 homecoming queen coming up. And I guess that's a green Corvette.
Whatever it is, it looks good.
Yeah. Her name is Lori Hutchins. And after Lori, we have the 1997 homecoming queen, Katrina Lanza. She's a senior.
1997 homecoming queen, Katrina Lanza.
She first found out this morning at the pep rally. She's a very surprised young lady.
I bet she is.
Very excited.
You know, that goes on with you for life, too.
It does.
My sister was in that years ago.
Well, when you have 2,300 students,
Yes.
to be honored by being chosen by your peers to represent your class, and then the homecoming queen, everyone, grades 9 through 12, vote on that. So it's quite an honor.
What's odd is seeing the Grissom band quiet for this long.
I know.
I've never seen them this quiet this long. So
Actually, they did their performance before halftime.
they did basically, didn't they? But now the floats. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is the sophomore float. I see Beth Demaribus there and Gina Mathis, Trey Hodge, the sophomores. Then the juniors coming next. We have quite a few seniors on the next float. Yeah, when that band plays at the pep rally and they're trying to announce all the girls, it's pretty loud.
Yeah.
This is what they play at the pep rally too, this same song.
But they're also good. They're loud, but they're good.
Oh, they're very good.
Well, do they still have the pep rallies in the gymnasium?
Yes,
Yes,
and
that makes it
the
just
whole student
louder.
body was there,
Yeah.
right. I like that better than when they split it up and have 9th and 10th, and they have another one for juniors and seniors. That's Mr. Sonny Rooks there between Katrina and Lori, our assistant principal. Yes, he's going to crown the queen.
Notice there he has the crown in his hand. Look at the picture there.
You know it's a big band when you've got 3 people leading it on ladders.
Oh, yeah.
because so that everybody sees them.
Right. Well, when the band is gone on a competition or some kind of trip, the halls are a lot less crowded.
I can imagine so. What do you know the number of pieces in the band?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I believe it's over 300.
That's what it's been 300 for
Yeah.
some years, so.
There again, you see Courtney Stroud, the freshman maid. And then one of the sophomore maids, Amy Llewellyn. And the other sophomore maid, Beth Goins. Courtney, Amy, and Beth are all cheerleaders, too.
So they're having to change clothes to get back to the game then?
Yeah, well, actually, Courtney's a freshman cheerleader.
Oh,
and
okay,
then,
okay.
And then Amy and Beth are JV.
Oh, okay.
And that's Stephanie Davis, one of the junior maids. and Kristen Moore, the other junior maid.
I imagine it makes it extra special when your father, when you're a young lady like that and your father is escorting you.
Right.
Well, in front of all these people too. Hey, this is my daughter.
Right.
Y'all picked her, and I'm proud of her. So.
Yes. Yes.
Of course, it's probably a traumatic experience for the father. It's almost like getting,
I know.
getting married.
Yeah.
It's a very important event.
We just saw Holly Puckett, one of the senior maids. That's Christine Self, another senior maid. Another of our senior maids and candidates for Homecoming Queen, and that's Emily Abercrombie. All 5 of the senior maids were voted on for Homecoming Queen. And that's Jennifer Backer, also a senior. Then we have Autumn Manley. She is the football sweetheart. She's also a senior. The football sweetheart is chosen by the football players.
Oh Lord, here we go. They're beeping their horns.
I think this is the moment we've been waiting for, right?
Yes, the crowning of the queen. This is Miss Katrina Lanza. I'm especially proud of her. I taught her in 10th grade English.
And who crowned her? Was that Mr. Rooks?
Yes, that was Mr. Rooks.
I thought that was him. I know he and his father. Now, she was not crowned this morning officially. She was not crowned until tonight, right?
Well, they put a crown on her.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Okay.
Pep rally. That's when they first announced it. But I think this is the official.
I think that's good.
This has really been an exciting and fun week. We had a lot of neat dress-up days that a lot of the kids participated in. I think the best was probably 70s Day that we had on Thursday.
I've seen those at schools before,
Yeah.
and it's somewhat refreshing, but at the same time, saying we used to wear those clothes.
We had
Yeah, it does.
This year we had an Imitate Your Favorite Teacher Day. That was kind of unusual. There was some funny things. Some of the kids were really neat, really cute.
Those are based on how good your grades are, though. If your grades are bad, you don't imitate them. I had a friend that imitated a strength coach for the New York Giants. He's no longer playing for them.
Oh,
they did it at the rookie show, but
yeah.
That actually happened. He called me.
I had a student imitate me.
Oh, okay.
On Tuesday. He had a wig on and everything.
We had a guy do the football coach singing an Elvis song. Singing Blue Suede Shoes.
It's amazing what you can come up with. What's funny, some people can do it just out of a natural knack and hit it right on, and it's so funny that everybody enjoys it. So, now who leads the band right now? Who's leading the main person? That's the band director, isn't it? I can't see from here. Right up on the platform.
Yes, that is the band director. Mr. Cannell. Got to be really special too for Lori Hudgens to get to come back and crown. That's always some sure fun.
Back in front of the crowd again.
Right.
So. I'll tell you, exciting evening for everyone, and we appreciate you coming up here and introducing everyone. And
yes, thank you. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Thank you for being here. and the Queen and her court are leaving the field right now, and we've concluded the homecoming activities. The Grissom High School marching band is leaving the field now, and you see the fine crowd of Grissom High School parents and friends and alumni who have come here to see this game tonight. I've noticed several friends that I know that attended Grissom High School. They have been here tonight, and a very exciting evening for the Tigers.
Well, you know, and also just they finished it right on time. The captains are going out for Grissom and for Bob Jones in the middle of the field to get this thing started up. The only reason I didn't like homecoming when I played is it was a longer halftime, and you got a little bit stiff. So that's the only bad thing, is you got a little stiff there going in at halftime on homecoming. But other than that, it didn't really affect the game.
And I was going to ask you about that, and we may cover that here in just a moment as we get started with the second half. But before we do, let's take a quick break, and we'll be back with that second half here on the high school football game of the week on Comcast Cable Channel 3. Andrew McNabb kicks off for the Grissom Tigers as we begin the second half, received by Bob Jones. Running across the far side of the field is number 22, Charles Daniels Jr. He returns the ball almost up to the 30-yard line, where the Patriots start off 1st and 10 from that point as we get kicked off here in the second half of tonight's game between Bob Jones and Grissom. The Patriots leading 21-0 at this point.
Jason Brown on the tackle down on the kickoff for Grissom that time, and this is probably the worst field position Bob Jones has had all night on the 40.
Sean Souls still at quarterback for the Patriots. Pitch back to Carl Jackson here to the near side of the field. And he gains 3 or 4 yards across the 30, brought down at the 33-yard line, where it'll bring up second down.
Good job that time on containing him. It looked like they faked a pitch and then pitched it to the last back, and the up back went ahead and blocked. But good job that time by K.D. Walker. They coming up and making the play.
The ball is marked on the 33-yard line. In the backfield is Carl Jackson and Jarvis Noel. Penalty flags thrown on the play.
That movement was like sneezing. You don't want to, but you have to. You know, the foot was coming up. So this is a big. This is the most important part of the game right here for the second half. Is you start for Grissom. Bob Jones gets the ball back. They've got a 21-point lead, but for Grissom, it's the most important because they need to stop the Patriots and come back down the field and score. So this is big for them on this series.
Souls calling the signals, hands off to Noel, but he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage, brought down at the 25-yard line. And that'll bring up third down.
I think Matt Hauser in the backfield meeting him and kissing him and taking care of business and putting him in a minded-yard situation, bringing up 3rd and 12, as you said. And that's an important part of this series, is to back them up, put them in negative yards, put them in a punting situation. I don't think we've seen Bob Jones punt tonight.
No, we haven't.
And so
not yet.
That's a big key there. You got to put them in, make them punt.